Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are on to this page today, and I want to apologize ahead of time because it is like super windy outside, so for some reason I can hear it, so there's maybe a good chance that you guys can hear the wind blowing as well as the wonderful trains just doing their thing. But on this page, what I want to do is the piece that we cut off of the page from yesterday. I actually want to go in and use it over here, but first what my plan is, I'm going to grab my mat here, and from the center over I'm going to measure two, let's see, let's go with I'd say maybe 2 and let's go 2.5 inches over, or actually two and a quarter. So let's mark it at 2.25 inches down here at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to actually take this piece of paper that we cut off from yesterday, and I'm going to use that as my guide. So I'm going to line it up down here, make sure it's flush going across right at that mark. And if it's level down here, it's going to be right where it needs to be. So I'm going to use that as my little marking thing, and I'm going to mark that down just like so. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sheet of paper, or this paper, and I'm going to actually put this point here at the 2.25 inch, and then mark it over here where it would be zeroed out. And then I have to come over about, on this one, I think I'm just going to go over to the 1/8 inch mark. Okay. And then I'll grab my cutting mat because we want to cut that, or sorry, my cutting board, whatever this thing is called, because we want to cut that straight. I'm going to do it up here, I guess. Right there. So that would technically be from that point to there 2.1/8 inches. There we are. Okay. Set this aside. And then put this aside, because honestly, you could turn this into a small piece of border or something else. Alright, bring your book back over, and it should line up pretty good, right about there. Alright, now we're going to cut this piece off. So put your mat underneath, grab whatever blade you use, and cut it off really fast. All right. So now we have this. just like so. And it should fit up really, really good on it. Because what I'm going to do is there's two different ways you could do this, honestly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this page, this whole piece onto here. But my plan is to leave an opening on for me to be able to tuck a tag behind in between the two sheets. However, let's see here. If you didn't want to do it like this, you could also just take and use your cutting mat, or you could use the piece that you just cut off as a guide probably. Let me see. No, you'd have to use your cut mat. And draw it down, cut it out, and that would make you a cute little individual border. And you could still slide this in between, just leave the gap. But for what I want to do, sorry, excuse me, this is how I'm going to do it. Because most of it's going to be covered over anyways with images, so it'd be a waste to make a cute little border out of it that way. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put this about here. And this particular tag that I have here is actually 2 3/8 wide by 3 3/8 tall. I cut it down out of my 80-pound cardstock that I like. And that's in inches, by the way. First and foremost, I'm going to take some double-sided tape, and because this is the piece that, or the way it has to go, what I'm going to do, so I know, I'm just going to go in and make me a small little X on the back side. That way I know this is the side that I need to put tape on. But to make things quite a bit easier for me, because it's going to be very difficult to see how far back that needs to go without marking up my tag, and I don't want to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down the right side here with my 1/4 inch double-sided tape. Just like that. As well as, I know I want to give myself at least a 1/2 inch up here, because this would be the top that butts up here. So I'm going to put 2 strips of this up here. Right up next to each other. Okay, and then I'm actually going to take my tag and I'm going to put it in there, right up, not exactly right up on these. I'm going to give myself just a bit of room, just a little bit of wiggle room, so it makes it easier to slide it in and out. Kind of like that. I'd say maybe 1/8 of an inch, if even that. And then I know that down here I can do the same. I'll just put me a piece of tape, giving myself a bit of wiggle room, just in case I decide I want to make my tag a little bit more dimensional. And I'll put tape there. And then just go in and fill the rest of this in with double-sided tape. If you don't want to use double-sided tape, you could always just glue it. The Dylusions craft glue is a very, very good glue. I've not really had any issues with anything falling off in the past. I just feel better using both tape and glue. So now before we put this on, I'm going to color the page because there is that little gap there, and in any tool that you're using outside of a paintbrush, it is very hard to get in the little crease there. So I'm going to color the page as well as this, and the two colors I'm using for this page is Lemon Zest and Island Parrot. So start with my Lemon Zest. Oh, and because I don't want nothing to get on either one of these pages, just grab some scrap pages and lay them on underneath. Just like that. Color those, and I'll color over this as well. Now with the green, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and just add a bit of an outline around everything, the pages, pretty much. Okay, so now what we have is this, and I really didn't have to go around this side, but just in case. Now it's time to put this onto here. And this is where, if you're using double-sided tape, the glue comes in really, really handy, because whenever you put glue over the double-sided tape, it allows you a little bit of time and wiggle room to be able to get it right in place. So let's do that really, really quick. Now we're at this step, and we should be able to take our little tag and slide it in and out just fine. Yep. And the reason that I hadn't colored the backside tag is because this is going to be a completely different day, and you're going to see this from here. So I wanted to wait and color it whenever I did up this page. Now for the funner parts. What I have is, I have got loads of images. I have the crown from the Dylusions Starstruck. I have one of my borders. Let's see, which way is it go? This way? It's just a little, I don't know, twisty candy border. I only need one. That's gonna go up here and down here, or down here and up there, whatever. And then I have this image from the Dylusions Don't Won't Paint set, as well as some of the Doodle blooms that I colored up in the Where it's yellow, I have the lemon zest, and it's shadowed with pure sunshine. And then in the green areas, it's fresh lime that's shadowed with the island parrot. So my plan was, I am going to put probably this one up here somewhere, and let's see, maybe this one here, in that general area. Possibly this one over here, something like this maybe, and this one down here. And then this, I want to put right about here somewhere. I just want to make sure that it's not hanging over into my crease or over the edge here. And lastly, the crown, I'm just going to set right here on top, like so. So, do I want to put, let me see, do I want to switch these about then? Maybe put this guy over here and this guy down here somewhere. I don't really like it like that, but what if we had him go more up here, and then my little crown can go here. I just don't want the crown hanging over the edge here, so I don't have to. No, I don't really like that layout either. So, oh well, we'll just put him up here more. Kind of like that. And then we'll put that up there more maybe. And then he can still have this little crown. Something along those lines. And then the borders I wanted on top. So, is there anything else that I wanted to do to the page? Actually, yes. This is probably going to be the layout that I do. So I'm going to set these aside over here. And let me see here. I can grab, this is my Sharpie Roller 0.5, and then, we can use this one. Here is the Doodle stencil from Dylusions, and I'm going to focus mostly over in this area and on the tag because I know that most of this is covered over with that and there's really no point in doing it. So all I'm going to go in and do, and I'm just going to pick the flower to add here and there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I am taking my fresh lime and my island parrot and I'm going to go in and color those in. after you got those done, then you're just gonna, now is like the perfect time to go in and do a simple little border if you want to do one. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the little dot and line one. So let's start. A lot of this isn't gonna be seen, but we're gonna start down here. All right, now we are gonna go in and I'm gonna start putting my images down. So lay them back out because certain ones would have to be folded. I don't even know if this is 100% the way that I wanted it, but that's okay. Okay, so yeah, this one will be fine and this one will be fine. So these two will have to be folded to go into a place where they need to go. And to do that, all you do is you hold it where you want it, take your book and fold it up. And that gives you a line to cut out. So I've got that one, and then this one here, I'm gonna put back wherever it was. I don't even know. We'll just go there. It'll be fine. Hold it and fold your book. All right. Now I'm gonna get my images stuck down and I'll be right back. So now, as a finishing touch, I'm gonna go in with my black Posca paint pen. I'm gonna outline everything. And that is it. That is my page for the day. We have room to write here, as well as in the tag. That'll just slide in and out. There we go. And I even have a little bit of room to write over here. It's very simple, very basic, and just what I felt like doing. So I hope there's something in this page that can give you some kind of inspiration. There's really no real techniques other than, you know, making a little pocket. It was just for, I wanted the dimension because, let me pull this side closed and show you. When this page is more on this page, you're going to see this, and then the next one will have another thing to it. So, again, I hope there's something in this page that gives you some kind of inspiration for your journal pages. And if you like the video, please give it a like. I thank you so very much for watching. And until the next time, I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.